Well, welcome back. This is going to be fascinating. Democrats seem to have a new game plan, running ads criticizing the current state of Obamacare to win over voters. But are they working? We asked Frank Luntz to dial voters to see exactly how these ads are working, and he joins me now to talk about it. Frank, nice to see you this morning.
Thank you.
So let's talk about this first ad with Representative Garcia. And what did you find here?
Well, what's interesting is that the ad itself works, but it doesn't have an impact on how people will vote. I want to roll the ad first, and then I'll explain why.
Tea Party billionaires think attack ads can cover the truth. Joe Garcia is working to fix Obamacare. He voted to let you keep your existing health plan and took the White House to task for the disastrous healthcare website. And Joe Garcia fought to hold the insurance companies accountable so they can't deny coverage for pre-existing conditions or drop coverage when you get sick. Attack ads can't change the truth. Joe Garcia is doing what's right for Florida. House Majority PAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
Looks like really high numbers there at the end, just going up that cliff.
It's a tremendous ad because Americans don't like negative advertising, and they say so. The problem with that ad is that while the ad itself is effective, it doesn't change the outcome. The American people oppose the president's health care plan, and that opposition gets deeper and stronger as time goes on. The more people lose their coverage, the more people whose rates go up, the anger and frustration. And so while that ad, the way it's put together, is done quite well, if you ask people, if this person voted for that health care plan, will you vote for him? The answer increasingly is no. Now, there's an important point. Now, you got two other ads.
Yeah.
But it's not just health care, and we're going to show a couple more. It isn't just health care. It's what health care represents. It's a sense that Washington is broken, that Washington doesn't work. And in the end, the president and the Democrats in the Senate are going to have to live with that because they own Washington.
Talked about the Senate. Let's talk about Senator Mary Landrieu, who's in a tough re-election campaign. Take a look at this ad.
I am Mary Landrieu, and I approve this message.
Hundreds of thousands of people across the country losing their current coverage.
The administration is under pressure to act fast.
What I've said to the president is, you told them that they could keep it.
Landrieu has introduced the Keeping the Affordable Care Act promise.
I'm fixing it, and that's what my bill does, and I've urged the president to fix it.
Senator Landrieu says President Obama needs to stick to his word.
This is a promise that you made. This is a promise you should keep.
So she's running as far and as fast away from the president as possible. Here's her problem. Harry Reid is attaching himself and attaching Senate Democrats to that health care legislation. Nancy Pelosi is doing the same thing in the House. If you're an individual Senate candidate and you're saying to the president, keep your promise, but your own leaders in the House and Senate are saying that promise has been kept, that message conflicts, and it doesn't work for them.
What do Republicans have to do right now? Can they learn anything from 1998 and running against Bill Clinton, where they got crushed because they ran against what he did? They didn't run against his policies. In this situation, can Republicans, it seems to be right now, we don't know what they stand for. I'm not hearing anything out of the Republican side.
If there ever was a time for a contract with America, this is it. And I'm not saying that you do that, but the reason why they did so well in 1994 is because for 3 weeks, all they focused on is what they were for rather than what they were against. And then in the last 3 weeks of the campaign, it returned to that give and take. The American people are ready to vote for change, and in fact, Congress is at its lowest approval rating. The Washington credibility is at its all-time low. If Republicans spend the time, in a block of time, in August, September, explaining to the American people where they stand, they will take the Senate. But if they don't, if it's just, we're not Obama, they will lose.
Fascinating. Frank Luntz, fascinating look at these polls. It doesn't seem to be a pretty favorable situation right now for these Democrats running for re-election.
But it's not a favorable situation for Americans,
yeah.
The conditions in the country right now.
And they're tied to this issue. Frank Luntz, always great to see you this morning. Thanks so much.